So just some breaking news coming in now. A second person in the east of the country has got the coronavirus. It is a female with very short information at the moment of time on the case and everything. It's only after coming out a few minutes ago. But there is a second person in the Republic of Ireland who has the coronavirus. Now I'm saying to people not to panic. Obviously, please, follow the rules. Obviously, try and wash your hands as frequent as possible, and try and be keep your face washed and try and keep hygienic, I suppose. But it's the government's own fault. Like I even said in my other video, I said there has to be somebody else in the country that we don't know about that has the coronavirus, because they've no checks anywhere. They haven't got checks anywhere. Like somebody could be walking around. And I don't mean to be fear mongering. No, don't think I'm trying to be fear mongering here. But there's no checks anywhere. There's literally no checks anywhere. There's literally nothing. Like honest to God, like there couldn't be. Like obviously there's a problem in the east of the country in Ireland, and obviously that needs to be sorted out. And obviously they need to regulate the ports. And I'm talking about closing airports and limiting airport people from coming into airports, because they're trying to keep this open border policy, European policy of open borders and everything like that. That's not going to work. That's not going to help things at the moment of time. And there shouldn't be a thing in the first place. Like you see in some countries, they're taking precautions. They're like putting airports in lockdown and, under very heavy surveillance of people coming in from any part of the country or for anywhere. In Japan, like they have, screens monitoring everybody that comes into the airport. And that's something they should do in Ireland. But in Ireland, you could just walk in from China and there wouldn't be an eyelash padded. We let walk in. There has to be something done. Like there has to be something done. Obviously, there's more people. I'm not going to lie to people. There has to be more. There's not just two. There has to be somebody else, because God knows they didn't even find out who the other person that got infected. The first person in the Republic Island got infected. They didn't know who he negotiated, he was talking to, who he was with. Like they're still baffled on who he was with. And they haven't got an notion. Simon Howard's going off. He's going off to some country on St. Patrick's Day. Great Minister of Health, isn't it? Great Minister for Health. But my God, did this government, like the same from January, they were prepared. And I have seen nothing. I have seen, they have incredibly, to some local authorities, they have, spread awarenesses in school and, put leaflets out and, put hand sanitizers in schools and public buildings. And I have to give some local authorities credit for that. But apart from that, there hasn't been anything. Like, honest to God, we do need something, especially the east. In the east of the country, we definitely do need something done. Because that seems like where it is. Where it's going around. But it could be in every part of Ireland, for all we know now. But I'm just saying, I'm just giving advice that we have to try and do something. We have to do something, even if it's going to cost the state a lot of money. We have to protect our people. We have to protect our citizens. And obviously, the agency director was like, why should we, scan in airports and ports? Well, it'd be just a waste of money. That's more or less what he said. But, it's better than having people, infected. It's better to tackle it. If you tackle the problem early, it's not going to be a big issue. Like some countries have tackled it very head first. Like in Japan, like obviously they're screening everybody coming into the country. Like they're tackling it straight away. They haven't got the chats to go in to the country. And they just put them in isolation straight away. And this crack, this probably female, probably was left in the house for God knows how long, and wasn't brought anywhere, and just left in the house. And we have to, I do feel sorry for her, because it's a terrible thing to have. It's a terrible thing to have. And to have everybody talk about you. Like, I don't want to talk about this more than the cat and the moon. But I'm saying to people in the east of the country, please, especially in the east of the country, please, and it's to everybody in the country too, please wash your hands as frequently as possible. Soap or hand sanitizers will do the trick. It doesn't matter how cheap they are, they do the trick. There's no need at the moment of time to wear face masks, but if it comes to that point, have one in hand. And just be careful what you touch in public, like say a handrail or something like that. Be careful, and obviously try and keep your desk or anything that you, like say if you want a pub or a restaurant, please try and keep your toilets clean and everything like that. These small things could lead to something, could help out. It might not do a good bit, but it's an effort. It's an effort. But I'm saying to the government, if I immediately do something. Like, honest to God, do something. Because, there's nothing being done. Like, I see nothing. Like, credit, some local authorities are doing stuff. I'm not going to lie. But the head government in Dublin is not doing anything. Simple as that. They're just standing there looking saying, "Oh, we don't know anything," which is true. They don't have a clue what they're doing. Simon House hasn't got a notion. They haven't got a notion how to run a health service that people are sick lying on trolleys. They haven't got a notion how to deal with a virus. Like, I'm just looking at OT now, what they said about it. So everybody's just saying, don't cancel the flights. Keep flying keep flying them in. Keep flying them in. Keep flying. That person was right. Keep flying people in. What's going to happen? What's going to happen? Like, honest to God, what are they expecting? Like, if you keep flying people in from countries, and it's very simple things. Like, try and like regulate airports to have huge checks on the airports for the moment in time. As in the emergency powers, I'm sure to God in the Emergency Powers Act for Ireland, it says in state of emergency. Like, it is like we should declare a state of emergency, just to have it, just to have that extra powers. I wouldn't trust Simon House with them anyway, but it's good to have a small bit of an Emergency Powers Act to put more public funding. If they thought about it, if they had a head, they would do it. But apparently this government couldn't have a head if they saved their life. But anyway, hope to God. We can only hope and we can only pray. And I'm saying to everybody, please pray and hope that that maybe, please God, this will be the last case in Ireland, and we never hear of it again in Ireland. Because I don't want to make these videos more than the cat in the moon, but it has to be talked about. It's just, it's devastating. It's just absolutely devastating thing to have. So stay safe out there, everybody, and try and wash your hands as much as possible. That's the only advice I can give you. And have a mask at hand if it does come to the point where you need it. It's always handy to have it anyway. Thank you for watching, and bye.